Viewers, welcome to the final call. We are going to talk about some of the challenges or some of the activities of a midwife, our daily activities as a midwife in the community and then in the health facility. As a midwife, you have a lot of responsibility when it comes to managing a pregnant woman. So our job starts from a woman who intends to get pregnant. We've had instances where women approach you knowing that you are a midwife, and then they tell you a lot of things bothering them. Most of the times, the people who get into contact with us are people who are trying to get pregnant, or someone who is pregnant and is having a little of a challenge. Even when you don't have answers, you have to find nice ways of trying to help that woman in need. On a regular day, when you get to work, you have pregnant women waiting to be cared for. I am at the labor ward. When a woman comes to the labor ward, you receive the entire family. Some of them will even come with most of the community members. You have to attend to all of them. So a woman will come in labor. Your wish is that you make sure the mother delivers a healthy baby who is very well, and then at the end of the day, mother and baby are fine. So you don't rest until you see this goal achieved. It starts with examining the woman, looking for basic deviations. If none exist, then you'd have to manage the patient as the protocol requires. So, checking the baseline vital signs, assessing for cervical dilatation, identifying risk factors, and then you communicate all your findings to the woman to get a compliance. Then you start managing. You manage from 1 cm cervical dilatation. Of course, some will come with cervical dilatation more than one. Some will come with 3 cm, 5 cm cervical dilatations, etc. So your management depends on what stage the woman came to the clinic with. So you manage this woman and then her unborn child. You don't break. You don't take a break. You are on this woman till you see that the woman has finally delivered. Even after delivery, you monitor the patient till the day of discharge. Then you can confidently say to yourself, you finally achieved your goal. So a woman who comes to the ward will have her fetal heart rate checked every 30 minutes. You check the woman's vital signs hourly. You encourage the woman. You help with sacral massage to some way reduce the pain, which of course isn't going. It doesn't go. Some of the women will be screaming out of pain. Others will have a lot of things. Some will lie on the floor. A whole lot. You just have to endure all this and then looking forward to that beautiful goal you want to see or achieve. That is helping the mother give birth to a healthy baby. Finally, there comes the last hour. When the woman is fully dilated, everything goes well. You help encourage her to push. Sometimes it becomes difficult, but you still have to help her go through that. Some would want to prefer a companion standing by them. Others would say, I want to do it alone. You are here. I want to do it alone or with you. We still have to go by what the patient prefers. So you support, encourage to push till finally you hear the sound of a crying baby. You congratulate your woman. You show the baby to the woman for her to identify the baby's sex. And then you continue with skin to skin for an hour. In instances where babies are born but do not cry, that is where the problem is. Then you have to attend to the mother in instances where you find yourself alone. Tend to the baby and the mother at the same time. And sometimes with little effort, you get some of these babies who were not crying, and then you continue. In such cases too, you may need help. You may have to call for help for someone to attend to the mother while you attend to the baby. Finally, you get your baby to cry within the first minute of life. You are overjoyed. At times too, with lots and lots and lots of efforts, you tend to lose some of the babies. That is where the problem is. It makes you feel like you've done nothing. I know you did all you had to do. Some of these things happen. And then it gets to a point when the mother notices that the baby isn't crying. They tend to ask a lot of questions. Some of the questions we have no answers to, but we still try to provide answers. We have to break the news, and then we let them see their babies anyway when they are stable. Then we let them help them go through the grieving process, and then we take the babies away. Sometimes they will tell you they want to take the babies home for burial. At times too, we would have to negotiate with them to let the hospital do what is necessary. It becomes so sad, especially if you've not eaten in the morning and some of these things happen. You tend not to eat because it looks like your goal wasn't achieved. Some of these things you have no control over it. Others too, well, we wouldn't say it's entirely our fault, but we try our best to make sure that in fact, almost all our women goes home with their babies. The most exciting part of this whole thing is that when the woman delivers in the labor ward and everything is fine, baby cried, mother and baby are brought back to the 4-stage room. What excites me most is me going out to tell the husband, the relative, that your wife delivered safely. The joy you see on their faces give you some form of satisfaction, and it gives you some form of satisfaction. You are overjoyed, and then they thank you, and they will forever be grateful. At times you walk around and then a woman will approach you with a child and tell you, this is the child you helped me bring forth. It gives you some form of joy. And that is what has kept some of us going. And we know that, just like the saying goes, one day we will get our reward. It is what keeps us going.